Hello everybody, you're of course watching Sport Federation TV, where we keep talking about sport in the Western Cape, and as you know, of course, across the 6 districts in the province. And one of the big codes that we've spoken to on a number of occasions over the last few months, well, in fact the last few years, has of course been tennis. Tennis has been making moves on a national level, a provincial level, and of course now an international level. To tell me more about the Billie Jean King Cup, I've got the captain of the Billie Jean King Cup, Roxanne Clarke, on the line with me. Roxanne, welcome to Sport Federation TV. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, JP. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? The Billie Jean King Cup.
Absolutely. I hope I said it all right. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, you got it. You did well. You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Now, listen, we were told that we know we're going to talk about your captaincy and the Billie Jean King Cup as it stands in a second. But of course, the Billie Jean King Cup used to be known as something else before.
Yeah, it used to be called the Federation Cup, and for short, the Fed Cup. So, I mean, for as long as I can remember, it's been the Fed Cup. So it's quite a shift to have to call it the Billie Jean King Cup, but rightfully so. I mean, she's quite an icon of our sport.
Yeah, so Billie Jean, of course, women tennis player that has had tremendous success. Is that something that gets focused on in this, paying homage to the legacy?
I think so. I mean, Billie Jean King herself is sort of you could say one of the pioneers, if not the pioneer, of the Women's Tennis Association or professional tennis for women. So honoring her in this way is very suitable. And Billie Jean and her partner Ilana are always talking about, tennis for the masses and having everybody play tennis and having good people first playing tennis. And then tennis coming second. So it's quite appropriate that this is honoring her.
So how do we connect to that in South Africa and the Western Cape? How do we connect as Tennis South Africa with the Billie Jean King Cup?
Well, the whole premise behind the Billie Jean King Cup is sort of the equivalent of the Davis Cup for the men. So the best players from your nation get to compete against the best players from other nations. So obviously, every young player who's playing tennis, whether they are a girl or a boy, aspires to be in these teams, the Fed Cup, the Billie Jean King Cup and the Davis Cup.
So do we have juniors in the championships as well, in the cup?
In fact, we do. We have one junior. She's the youngest player in the team. Her name is Kelly Orens. She is from Cape Town, and she trains at the Anthony Harris Tennis Academy. And she's the youngest member of our team. And in fact, we have quite a young team. We have Deline Kleinans, who was she was the number one player under 18, but she's now 19. And then we also have Laura van der Merwe, who's in the team. And so our team is quite young. Of course, we have Chanel Simmons, who is basically a veteran on the team at this point, and Katie Paluta. But after that, the team is quite young, so most of our team is young.
Yeah, we've in fact managed to interview Kelly. We managed to speak to her during the lockdown period. And of course, she's doing fantastic. And another Western Cape, another tennis player flying the flag for Western Cape. How did you get involved in tennis?
I played tennis because of my parents. They were both involved, and my father was the general secretary of SACOS in those old days, and so my mom was a coach as well, and I got actually involved in playing tennis. I think my whole street in Elsie's River played tennis at one point, and there's this tennis court, quite a famous tennis court from one of the families, and we all grew up playing tennis over there, which is right next to my house. So that's how I started, and I went through these development structures that we have here. And represented the country as a junior, and then eventually went to play college tennis in the US. So that's basically my tennis journey.
So let's talk a little bit about your role as the captain for the Billie Jean King Cup. What does that mean for you on a daily basis? How often? What's the role that you play as the captain?
So there's two aspects to that. And the first aspect has to do with the team. So in putting together a team, it's about scouting players. It's about building relationships with players and their coaches. I am fortunate to not have to work alone. So we have our head of women's tennis, Yonette Kruger, who is an ex-professional player who's been very helpful in talking to players and sort of building relationships with them and trying to get them interested in playing for the team. And then the other aspect of that is helping Tennis South Africa in the high performance structures to sort of put better structures in place to have more players come through with the possibility of becoming professional players. So it's those two things. And then, of course, once you get to the event, to the venue, to competing, then that's an on-court role. So you manage the players, you manage the whole team, but I'm going to spend most of my time on court with every match, just sort of helping the players get through these matches.
Now, for the players themselves, the build-up to this type of event, an event this big, how much preparation do they have to put into this? Is it a lot of training? Is there a lot of resources that has to go into it to get ready for an event of this scale?
I think players on this level are always preparing for events of this scale. So they're training constantly with their teams. You know, they're taking care of their nutrition. They're taking care of their bodies. They have to be physically in good shape. So it's sort of a year-round thing when it comes to tennis. You know, you prepare for every week and every competition as if it's important. So the players are individually taking care of what they need. So my job is easy in that sense. I'm there as a manager when we're at the event.
What is next for you now? What is the big thing that you're going to be focusing on?
For myself and my career, or?
Well, yes, let's go with that one first. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, I've been away from home for a few years now. I've been based in Fiji working for the International Tennis Federation. So I'm really happy to be back and trying to establish myself here in South Africa as one of the prominent coaches and working for Tennis South Africa to help them put structures in place to assist other coaches and their players. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited for you. I mean, we're so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is you're one of our success stories for South Africa. You know, to listen to you and the fact that you've been overseas. You know, we know that you come from our hometown. Yeah, and I think yeah, 100%. You know, this is for us part of our. We feel really connected to you. It feels really real, and I think for everybody, it's you know, you really fly the flag for us, and you make us so proud. And it just goes to show what our young athletes can aspire to, and we really look for people like yourself to be visible, and that we can see and speak to you and create this awareness, because we need role models like yourself.
Thank you so much. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel so good because I know that our youth are so talented. We have such talent here. We need to nurture it, and we need to believe that it's possible. I think that's probably the biggest thing, is that people from the townships or people from areas where their parents are not maybe well off or they don't have money, they don't necessarily see another option for their lives, but there is another option, and you just have to work for it. You have to look for it, and anything can happen.
I have no doubt that you had some big role models in your life, and that the likes of your father probably played a big role in giving you that type of confidence to go out and beat these challenges.
Yeah, I've had some really, really strong role models, and also support. I've had such good support from South African past players who I've stayed with. Marianne de Swart took me in when I was in the US and a college student, and I had some really good help and mentors from the ITF as well. You know, I had this opportunity when I was a junior to train at the ITF training center in Pretoria, and Dermot Sweeney, who was the director and head coach of that, became one of my mentors in my career, because I ended up working for the ITF and then subsequently becoming a director of an ITF center as well. So I've definitely been fortunate to have had people who believe in me and have given me a platform to sort of do my thing.
Roxanne, we're going to leave it at that. It's been absolutely fantastic. We're looking forward to speaking to you on a regular basis and see how you guys
go.
Sure,
JP, thank you so much. I would love that.
And I think you obviously know how the international communication systems work. So, and today with the digital technology, we can talk to you from anywhere. So that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, you can call me while I'm in Lithuania next week.
Lithuania next week. Thanks, that's fantastic. Roxy, listen, thanks so much. We're looking forward to that, and of course to you and Kelly and the team and everybody out there. Really, you know, good luck. You guys are flying the flag for South Africa, the Western Cape. Really, it's great, and we hope to chat again soon.
Thank you so much, JP. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. There we go, folks. Roxanne Clarke, the captain of the Billie Jean King Cup. I think I've got that one right. fantastic role model for South Africa. Tennis doing so well. Western Cape tennis, she's flying the flag, and we'll of course be chatting to Roxanne as often as possible. As you said, possibly next week from Lithuania. Wow. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we carry on taking a look at sport in the province. Back in a sec.